Once upon a time, in a lush green jungle, there lived a mighty lion. His name was Leo, and he was the king of the jungle. Now, Leo was strong and brave. He had a thick golden mane that flowed down his shoulders like a waterfall, and his roar was so loud that it echoed through the tall trees. All the animals respected him and were proud to call him their king. But despite all this, Leo was unhappy. Deep inside, he felt lonely. No one understood him. All the other animals were afraid of him and would run away whenever he approached them. So Leo spent most of his days alone, walking through the jungle, his head held high. One day, as Leo was taking his usual stroll, he suddenly felt a sharp pain in his paw. He looked down and saw a tiny mouse squeaking and trying to free himself from Leo's giant claw. It was just a little field mouse named Pip, and he had accidentally stumbled onto Leo's paw without realizing it. Now, normally, Leo would have quickly eaten the poor mouse, but something stopped him. Looking into Pip's frightened eyes, he saw a spark of intelligence and bravery. Instead of roaring and scaring the little mouse, Leo surprised him by asking, "Well, little mouse, what brings you into my territory?" Pip looked up at Leo in surprise. He couldn't believe the lion wasn't going to eat him right away. Mustering all his courage, he said, "Mighty lion, I am Pip, and I live with my family in the burrow under the big oak tree. I was just out collecting food when I accidentally fell asleep and didn't notice your paw. I'm very sorry for waking you up, oh, great lion." Leo was taken aback by the mouse's bravery. It was the first time an animal hadn't trembled in fear when they saw him. Amused by the situation, Leo decided to have a little fun with the tiny mouse. "Well, little Pip, since you woke me up, I think I should punish you." "Oh, please don't eat me," Pip begged. "I promise I'll do anything you want me to do. I can be your pet and do all your work. Just let me go." Leo pretended to think for a moment. Well, that could be useful, but I don't need a pet. How about this? You can come back tomorrow and bring me some delicious berries. How does that sound?" "Oh, thank you, mighty Leo," squeaked Pip happily. "That's a deal." And just like that, Leo let Pip go. The little mouse hurried back to his burrow, thinking of all the ways he could make the best berries for the lion. He wanted to make Leo happy and prove that even a tiny mouse like him could be useful. So the next day, Pip returned to Leo's den with a plate of the juiciest and sweetest berries he could find. But Leo wasn't there. Pip waited for a while, but the lion still didn't show up. And then he heard a terrifying sound. It was Leo's roar, but this time it sounded desperate and scared. Curious, Pip followed the sound, and soon he saw Leo stuck in a hunter's net. The ropes were thick and strong, and Leo was struggling to free himself, but it was no use. Seeing the trapped lion, Pip's heart skipped a beat. He knew he had to help Leo, even though he was scared. Taking a deep breath, Pip stood on his hind legs and shouted, "Don't worry, Leo, I'm coming to save you." Hearing this, other little creatures who were hiding nearby also came out. There were chipmunks, rabbits, and even a family of hedgehogs. All of them had been hiding from the hunter and his dogs, but now they saw how brave Pip was being, and they wanted to help too. Together, they started gnawing on the ropes. The chipmunks used their sharp little teeth, the rabbits kicked the net with their strong legs, and the hedgehogs pricked the ropes with their pointy spines. They worked together, determined to free Leo from the trap. As they struggled to break the net, Pip looked at the other animals and said, "We have to work together. Each one of us is small, but if we work together, we can do something amazing." The other animals nodded, understanding what Pip meant. They might be small, but they were strong as a team. Meanwhile, Leo struggled against the ropes. He roared in frustration, but no one came to help him, because they were all scared of the hunter. Leo felt helpless and ashamed. He was the king of the jungle, and he couldn't even free himself from a net. But then he heard a familiar voice. "Don't worry, Leo, I'm here to help you." Pip had managed to chew through a few ropes, and now he was closer to Leo. "Be brave, little mouse," Leo said to Pip. "You don't have to do this. If I stay trapped, I'll just find another way out." "No, Leo," Pip replied. "We promised, remember?" Besides, I can't leave my friends to do all the work." With that, Pip went back to gnawing on the ropes. Seeing their determination, Leo felt a surge of hope. Maybe they could do it. As the minutes passed, the animals kept working, and finally, with a loud snap, one of the ropes broke. Encouraged by this, they continued until every rope was chewed through. With the net broken, Leo was finally free. He shook himself, feeling a bit silly. He had been so sure that no one would help him, but these tiny creatures had saved him. "Thank you," Leo whispered, looking at them. "I thought I was gonna get out on my own, but I was wrong. You all helped me free myself." Then he turned to Pip and said, "You are the bravest mouse I have ever seen. You kept your promise and you saved my life. I'm honored to have you as a friend." Pip blushed, feeling proud. He had done it. He had helped Leo and proved that even a tiny mouse could be a hero. The other animals also felt proud. They had shown that even the smallest hearts could be the bravest. From that day on, Leo was never lonely again. He had found true friends who didn't care about his size or strength, but loved him for who he was. And Pip became Leo's right-hand mouse, always by his side, helping him and guiding him. The whole jungle learned a powerful lesson that day. They understood that true strength wasn't about being big and powerful, but about being courageous and kind. Size didn't matter when it came to the size of their hearts. As the sun set over the jungle that evening, casting long shadows through the trees, Leo and Pip sat together on a rock overlooking their kingdom. They had faced many adventures together, and their bond had only grown stronger with time. Leo nudged Pip playfully. "Hey, little friend, do you ever get tired of saving my life?" he asked with a wink. Pip chuckled. "Only when you make me do it on Mondays," he replied, making Leo burst into laughter. Their laughter echoed through the jungle, a testament to their unique friendship, a reminder to everyone who heard it that even the mightiest lions need a tiny friend sometimes. And so the story of Leo the lion and Pip the mouse was passed down through generations of jungle creatures, a tale of courage, kindness, and the power of friendship. It was a story that reminded them that true strength came not from size or power, but from the courage to help others and the kindness to be their friend.